Far Cry 6, All Amigos, Ranked. From the adorable doggy Chorizo to the fearsome crocodile Guapo, here's a ranking of every Amigo companion in Far Cry 6. Having companions that travel the world with you has become a staple in the Far Cry franchise in recent years. With varying skills and abilities, these companions are also crucial to overcoming some of the more challenging aspects of the games. Far Cry 6 has continued the franchise's recent tradition of including companions, or in this case amigos, that will aid the player on their path to defeating the installment's dictatorial tyrant. With choices ranging from cute puppies to menacing glowing panthers, deciding which companion is best to take on Castillo's army can be tough. How do the amigos stack up in battle in this secret-filled title? Number 7. Chorizo, helpful for sniffing out resources, but poor in battle. While Chorizo is undoubtedly the cutest amigo, his abilities are more centered around helping the player find resources hidden around the map, making him not so combat-friendly. Despite his lack of combat effectiveness, Chorizo's abilities allow him to reveal resources around the map, and even special loot on occasion, such as that mysterious key of his, which makes him useful for players who need a few extra pesos or more gasolina. Chorizo's unlockable abilities. Bloodhound, Chorizo will now tag resources that he sniffs out. To unlock this, Chorizo must distract 10 enemies. Yes, you can, Chorizo regenerates health when you pet him. To unlock this, Chorizo needs to tag 36 loot containers. Keen senses, Chorizo will find more resources on the ground. To unlock this, you must use Chorizo's Yes, You Can ability 50 times. Number 6. Boom Boom, he's a scouter, not a fighter. Far Cry 6 is full of Easter eggs and references to past Far Cry games, but Boom Boom has to be one of the coolest. Boom Boom is a returning Far Cry companion, previously known as Boomer in Far Cry 5, and helps players scope out potential areas of danger and retrieve resources from enemies. Boom Boom is useful in and out of combat, but his abilities are far more tailored to scouting rather than fighting. Far Cry 6 makes multiple references to Far Cry 5, though it seemed this amigo may have died between the events of Far Cry 5 and Far Cry New Dawn. Boom Boom's unlockable abilities. Pointer, Boom Boom tags enemies and hostile animals. To unlock this, Boom Boom will need to collect resources from 10 fallen enemies. Expert Tracker, Boom Boom will be able to tag enemies from further away. To unlock this, Boom Boom must tag 24 animals. Thick Coat, Boom Boom can take more damage from enemies without dying. To unlock this, Boom Boom needs to tag 50 enemies or hostile animals. Number 5. Champagne, good in battle, but only if you're rich. Champagne is available only in the Vice Pack DLC. With a good mixture of combat and stealth abilities, her main concern is money. Champagne is great for players who like to take a stealthy approach, though her success is tied to the amount of pesos the player is currently holding. Pesos can be gained quickly with Champagne's abilities, but it's easy to forget about her need for pesos when you see a new set of armor or gun in the stores. Champagne's unlockable abilities. Greed is good, Champagne's takedowns are more successful or carrying more money. To unlock this, Champagne must kill 12 enemies. Predatory Instinct, Champagne is able to loot foes after scoring a silent takedown kill. To unlock this, the player must have Champagne score 24 takedown kills. Sonic Snarl, when Champagne takes enough damage, she will unleash a powerful roar that knocks down surrounding enemies. To unlock this, Champagne needs to loot 1,000 pesos from fallen enemies. Number 4. K9000, a mechanical dog that can endanger friend and foe alike. To unlock this mechanical menace, the player must purchase the Season Pass to gain access to the Blood Dragon Pack. With immunity to damage from fire and poison, K9000 is a useful amigo for battle. With unlockable abilities that allow K9000 to tag turrets, tripwires, alarms, and security cameras, they're also helpful when the player needs to scout an FND base or checkpoint. Despite this, their termination protocol, which causes them to self-destruct, can sometimes be a hindrance. Use them carefully. K9000's unlockable abilities. Enhance, K9000 gains the ability to tag traps and surveillance equipment such as security cameras, turrets, tripwires, and alarms. To unlock this, K9000 must take 100 damage while in battle. Enhance. K9000 deals increased damage to enemies that have been tagged. To unlock this, the player must have K9000 tagged 24 surveillance equipment. Termination protocol, they gains the ability to self-destruct when they takes enough damage. To unlock this, K9000 needs to kill 50 tagged enemies. Number 3. Shisharan, a fearsome fighter that goes all out with offense. Shisharan is a feisty rooster warrior. Roosters are featured many times throughout Far Cry 6, notably in the cockfighting minigame, but Shisharan outshines all others. In combat, Shisharan is one of the fiercest amigos in Far Cry 6. With high speed and damage, this amigo best complements players who like to run headfirst into combat. All that's really lacking here is defensive utility, but sometimes the best weapon is a powerful pet. Shisharan's unlockable abilities. Roid Rage. Shisharan has both faster attacks and double damage when his health is below 70%. To unlock this, Shisharan must kill 12 enemies. Angrier Bird. Shisharan's Angry Bird attacks have the ability to knock enemies to the floor. To unlock this, Shisharan needs to kill 24 enemies while in Roid Rage. Chicken Feet. Shisharan is more likely to successfully dodge attacks during Roid Rage. To unlock this, Shisharan needs to knock down 50 enemies using his Angrier Bird ability. Number 2. Oluso, power and utility for any battlefield circumstances. Oluso is a shadowy panther that can be found after completing a Yaren story. With mystical smoke surrounding his movements, Oluso is not only one of the best amigos in Far Cry 6, but he is also one of the coolest. Victims of his takedowns will disappear into his signature smoke when killed, eliminating the potential to alert nearby enemies. There are many sneaky hidden areas in Far Cry 6 and Oluso's location can be tricky to find, but it is worth seeking this amigo out in the early game. With both top-tier stealth and combat abilities, Oluso is useful in almost any situation. Oluso's unlockable abilities. Mimo Abosi's Luck. This increases the success of Oluso's takedowns. To unlock this, Oluso will need to take down 12 enemies while in a restricted area. Rage of Ida. When Oluso does a takedown on an enemy, it can inflict fear on others nearby, causing them to flee. To unlock this, Oluso must kill 24 enemies with a takedown. Mist of Oku. Oluso gains mist that makes him resistant to all damage, and also more difficult to see, when below 50% health. Oluso will also regenerate health while surrounded by his mist. To unlock this, Oluso must inflict fear on 50 enemies. Number 1. The best amigo in Far Cry 6. Guapo, violent and deadly, a tank that will carry you through. Guapo is a tanky crocodile players will encounter soon after they begin the game. Guapo is one of the easiest amigos to get and he can be extremely useful in Far Cry 6's chaotic battles with FND soldiers. With a strong hatred for Castillo and his army, Guapo excels in combat, and with the ability to regenerate health and later self-revive, he is one of the best companions to accompany players from the beginning of their journey to the very end. There have been a lot of great animals featured in the series, but only one amigo really tops Guapo. Guapo's unlockable abilities. Body regulation. Guapo will gain the ability to automatically regenerate health while in combat. To unlock this, Guapo must revive himself 5 times. Cornered Beast. Guapo gains damage resistance when his health falls below 50%. To unlock this, Guapo needs to regenerate 3000 health while in combat. Reptile Metabolism. When Guapo self-revives, he will also restore 90% of his health. To unlock this, Guapo must kill 50 enemies.